forward. How did the Crank Crusaders come about?
Oh man. So y'all know Boosie like a brother to us.
Mm-hmm.
When he got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, that's probably when we got like really close. I had got wind of it. I would check on him. You know, we had some really deep conversations. And it just kind of just started out as like a challenge. That was like, we would talk about GOO. He would tell me stories about Earth, Wind & Fire, like the Listen Days, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite bands, you know what I'm saying, of all time. So it was kind of like one day we was just kind of kicking on the phone. I'm just like, yo, I want to do a go-go band. I said, yo, he said, you would do a go-go band? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yo, if you beat the cancer, we going to do the band.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
So that's the real inspiration behind. So, you know, of course, you know, they gave him a death sentence and he still, you know, God is good, man. God is awesome. So when he was like, yo, I beat the cancer, stage 4 cancer, I was like, yo, let's start the band. He was like, you serious? And I was like, yeah, like, let's get it. You know what I mean? So, you know, Boosie, like, if you know him, like, he really witty with certain things, like, you know what I'm saying? And so he's the one that actually came up with the name. You know what I mean? There was a couple of names in the hat. And he was like, I got it. He was like the Crank Crusaders. And ever since, you know, ever since then, man, we were just kind of just cranking, you know, weeding out, going through all the things that happened being in the go-go band. I'm used to being as a Raheem DeVaughn brand, I'm used to it's like,
you can say it, nigga. Your way.
I'm the boss.
My way or the
I
highway.
got employees. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a
dictate the group.
Yeah.
You're the brand. And
But being in this band, like, really, I wanted to. One of the things that's really important to me is like the authenticity of like the culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I believe if you're gonna act and you the singer, you should be taking the time to like study the craft. And you go watch plays, you go watch films, but you also go to acting school and you go to classes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you get some mentors and some big homies and surround you. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Around the information. So I try to approach it like that. You know, we've been really active since like, you know, 2019, but then COVID hit.
Right.
You know, we did the Kennedy Center and I kind of introduced what I thought was the band members in the band at that time. When we did the Kennedy Center with Back, which I was like instrumental in making sure that Back was on that event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they came to me and said, hey, we want to do something and curate something for New Year's Eve, and we want you to be a part of it, and like, what else would you envision? You know, I said, yo, I want to get like a band, or like, you know, a lot of bands weren't available. I said, I want to, yo, if anybody right now, I said, I want to get Backyard.
Yeah.
And it went to be a historical night, and then we didn't know, like, a couple of months later,
the world on his head.
Yeah, the world is on his head. COVID just hit, you know what I mean, which changed the trajectory of everything.
Yeah.
You know, and then I think everybody just went into survival mode, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the band, man, you know, it's been great. You know, we got a lot of records. You know, we just it's just a discipline of like, I'm in a stage of like, hey, I know what this can be, and just, you know, you got to weed out who gonna be there, who not gonna be there. It could be a thing of like, where people locally you can kind of, I won't say it like being a sunken place, but it's a big world, and I know that this is something like, in a perfect world, I would love to see us do amazing things, and then it's like, yo, I'm able to come and grab,
right?
We do, you know what I mean?
Right.
But you know, it doesn't. You got to build it brick by brick. It's a lot of work that go into it.
Yeah,
you know, and yeah. So I think we kind of just like phase 1, phase 2 of this thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's and then respectfully, you know, it's brands that have been built like over 30 years.
Right.
So the humbleness in me is like, yo, I got to work for this, just like everybody else had to work for it. You know what I mean? So, you know, and it's cool because it gives me something new to do. Because again, it's about reinventing myself. You know,
you
what I'm
like
saying?
challenges.
Yeah, I can't sit still too long. Like,
Yeah, I got a question about that though. Like, cause I know with me in particular, you know, we do an R&B side. I know you do some R&B stuff too.
Yeah.
And we go somewhere and we like to sing.
Yeah.
But you got people in the crowd, man, you ain't gonna turn it up.
Yeah.
They want crank. You know, and I'm not here for that today. I bought a 4-piece. I'm trying to play my guitar. I'm trying to sing and do that part, that side of my artistic side.
Yeah.
Does that happen in reverse for you when you do the Crank Crusaders?
Nah, it's cool, man. Like, I think the cool thing about my following, my immediate like following, you know, some people don't. They don't. Somebody DM me and said, "Don't refer to us as the cult following," and that's negative. It's not, you know, it's not to be negative intended, right? But the dope thing about my following and my music loving fans and supporters, they allow me to take them anywhere that I want to go, as long as the music is good,
sound good,
and the performance is good, and like, you know what I mean, so it for me it's fun because I'm like I'm just like, we just had a show. We did this show at the winery. It's a sister. She owns like 100 acres, about 3 hours in the VA, and so we went and she grow the grapes and all that. She has a vineyard.
Okay.
So we did the vineyard, man. The show was crazy, and I feel like just this past Saturday, that was our best show to date, like me, because
as the Crank Crusaders.
It's a different. It ain't easy to be a vocalist and sing to go-go.
Yeah.
Like it's a different, as a vocalist, it's a different
projection.
It's a different projection. It's a different calisthenic and training for that, like that. You know what I'm saying? That you only get over time, especially doing 2 sets a night and just like all the things. So I'm definitely getting like in my bag, like real comfortable. You know what I mean?
I think it's something we take for granted.
It should be because because it has to be authentic. Like, I just don't want it to be like.
Well,
you don't want it to be corny.
It's a disservice to the craft or anything you're doing.
Yeah.
When you ain't earned the stripes, put the work in.
Yeah.
Grind for it. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
But you coming from a different background, that actually the experiences that you have from being out on the road and doing the big venues and all that, he brings that into
the go-go culture.
And it's a discipline that I had that definitely is a wrestling with the culture. Like me, I got like every Wednesday, like clockwork. Wednesdays, noon, it's rehearsal. It's Raheem DeVaughn rehearsal. That's just like it.
Oh yeah.
Every you know what I mean. Tuesdays, it's Crank Crusader rehearsal.
Okay.
And it's like some to be transparent. Some you know, I've had musicians in the past, they don't get it, or they're like, well, why we gotta rehearse, or why are we doing the same thing? But the business so competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody else
not just for the go-go community, but I'm saying, like, if this is something I'm trying to do, that I'm trying to take to a national or a global level.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm tap dancing. If I'm trying to take that to a global or national level, then I got to be the best tap dancer. I gotta be tap dancing. Like, I'm trying to go for the gold for the Olympics.
Man, rehearsal. If anybody in my band looking at this, rehearsal is fucking Tuesday.
I was about to. Nah, I'm not.
He inspired me.
I'm not rehearsing on Tuesday. I'm going to rehearse on Thursday because I'm going to his rehearsal on Tuesday and Wednesday to see what they're doing.
Man, listen.
That's your problem.
The inspiration I'm feeling right now.
For real.
I got goosebumps, bro. I feel like fighting.
Here, man. Here. What you want
Nah, man, no, for real. No,
you want to fight for though?
Cause you know you get sized up, man.
You got strong.
He make me want to go to the studio right now, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, for real, you always been inspirational to me, man. Like your work ethic, you know, you look up, you got a whole nother album. For 5 days after you just released the other one, like you just you're just prolific, man. That's inspiring, bro.
So
I ain't gonna lie.
Now, right?
Man, I've been independent for 15 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So how you
15,
break
16
your
years.
albums, like, and what's the difference between when you
The game changed so much, man. Like, it's changed so much. You know, it changes. The music business changes, man. It's changing at the speed of light. Right now, my thing is like even.biz. Everything is like the motion is there for me right now. Like I don't put out any music without putting it there first, monetizing it there first. The first project just kind of just like, I don't usually really talk numbers, but just kind of give you a idea, you know. The first project I put out, which is still an exclusive body of work, is 8 songs. It's only 8 songs. Over 500 of my super fans went over there to support it.
Okay.
Right? And that project made 20,000.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's still and it's still earning in real time. You know what I mean?
What was that again?
And again, it's a platform, even.biz, right? Where it is allowing the artist to go directly to consumer directly, right? For the super fan. And it's great, man. Like, it's great. I think it would be a great platform for y'all. Like, you know what I mean? With the following that y'all have, all the bands need to be signing up and kind of like directing, hey, this is where you can get, the digital exclusive live PA tape type vibes. And I could definitely, like, you know, be instrumental and just like plugging y'all in on that. But yeah, they had an active app and it's really cool, man. You know, I discovered it like in December. The kid La Russell from the West Coast, I don't know if y'all follow La Russell. La Russell was the case study artist for Even. He made 100,000 in less like 30 days. 4,000 of his fans went over there and spent on an average $23, $24, $25. Okay. And he made like, you know, over 100K.
How long do you leave it on that before you say
you got the freedom to do? You can leave it up indefinitely. It's like an on and on switch. You can literally control it from your phone. You can go in your back office.
I mean, but you leave it up on there before you. How long?
Yeah,
before you go to like a DSP.
So my first project was Winter in Love. Right, I left Winter in Love. I still haven't released it anywhere. It's there. I'm probably not gonna release it until this coming winter.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Okay. I released one single off of there though to the DSPs, which was a remake.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So LTD Love Ballad. You know what I mean? So it's so many ways to like use it, and when I get access to stuff like that, it just like the light bulb go off. Like I've since invested. You know what I mean? Because I believe in it that much. You know what I mean? Okay. But yeah, it's a great platform. It's 3 price points. You have your set price, then you have your set your own price option. And then you have your set price, your suggested price, and your set your own price option. Okay. And with your set your own price and your suggested price option, right? Set your own price and the suggested price option, you drive the sales there with incentives. Okay. Like, hey, like the first 50 people that spend over $50 for SiriusVybe tape, because you get a backlog of see who did what. Right. Yeah. Y'all get access to, you know, y'all get you get a U+1 to the show. Right, right. Or you get an organic experience. You get, you know, we gonna FaceTime you. Yeah, that's tough. You know what I mean? We gonna FaceTime you and kick it with you on the phone for 5 minutes. Right. Or you get the exclusive merch, the hat or the T-shirt. And they like to do, you know, you can do it. You make it exclusive, so you do like 10100.
I feel like you've been doing all that stuff before all of this.
Nah, absolutely. You know, so when this came along, it's like, okay, this like in the reinvention and you know, of myself, and you know, nothing's new under the sun, and wanting to go back to, you know, you sometimes you got to revert back to your old trap ways. You got to go back and, you know what I mean?
Hustling again.
Yeah. So the hustling in me was like, oh man, this is a great way to work smarter, not harder. You know, and man, like, this is my vitamin water opportunity right now. Yeah. You know? You have to get in. Yeah. So I mean, you know, so there's that. And then I'm with United Masters, which I would definitely refer to any artist out there. You know, it's an 80-20 split. You know, I haven't had to utilize any of outside resources. You know what I'm saying?
It's all right there.
Yeah, I just invest in myself. Like, you know what I mean? I know that, like, yo, if I'm going to do, you know, if I'm doing 20 shows a year, 5 of those gonna have to go towards the things that I need to invest in myself. Like, if you got a budget or a line of credit, or you know, the right insurance policies, you know what I'm saying, when you can be your own infinite banking, then you can function as a record label now. Like you know what I mean? Like it's only like 2 major distributors left, and I believe they both owned by the same holding company.
Right.
So
listen, man, Raheem dropping some real jewels. Like y'all gotta understand what's happening here. This ain't no regular podcast. Like he dropping some real important stuff, especially for artists, man. Like do your research, understand what he's saying, and put an action plan together.
You got to set yourself up to be able to invest in yourself. You got to make the sacrifice. So if I got to make the sacrifices in every areas to have one car, or be modest about when I'm riding in, or where I'm living, or downsize to invest into what it is I'm trying to build, then you know what I mean? Like because I realized over the years, man, nobody's gonna give you nothing. Respectfully, you gonna have to take whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when you go with your hand out, they're gonna hand you that with a list of demands or expectations of what they expect and what they want. You know what I mean? So, and you know, I ain't never been nobody's puppet. So, you know, I've always been a rebel and rebellious, and wanted to do as you know, you as my tourist brother. You know,
we different.
You know,
Lord's in the house again, huh?
Yeah. So
you live with one, you know what it is.
Yeah. She not a brother though.
I mean, but we still.
But I know what it
we still,
man,
you know,
man.
we got our ways. We gonna set
it.
Yeah, you know.
But what's life like outside of the studio, outside of the stage? Like, what's life like for Raheem?
Days, man, it's trying to get the 10,000 hours in with moms, 10,000 hours in with my boys. You know, with my sons.
Yeah,
I made a lot of sacrifices. You know, that's the part that people don't be seeing. You know, being away from can't be in 2 places at one time.
Yeah.
So being away from your kids, being away from the things you love the most, to support them in other ways, and that ain't always a good thing. You know what I mean? Because money can't buy love. Yeah. The most valuable thing we have is time. You know what I mean? So yeah. So it's you know it's trying to find, you know, figure that out and connect, and you know, therapy, you know what I mean? So after my dad died, like mental health has always been a thing that's close to my heart. That's one of our major initiatives now for the foundation. I'm actually I'm going to damn, where we going in a couple of days, man? We going to my brain ain't working right now. I'm going to Martha's Vineyard.
Okay.
On Wednesday, and I got a show out there, so it's my first time going. You know, I hear amazing stories about Martha's Vineyard and how it's just like, it's nothing there but black wealth.
Yeah.
You know, our people just socializing, your kids walking and just having a good time, and you know that whole thing, and not worrying about the things that typically we have to worry about, right? But I'm speaking on a panel and doing a interview, exclusive interview with Oprah Winfrey's network. While we out there, you know, that deals with mental health. Mental health is something I'm being very, you know, being an advocate for and being very vocal for moving forward. My dad had schizophrenia most of his adult life. You know what I mean? And you know, any information that I can give or be supportive of anybody who's dealt with mental health is 1 degree separation on both sides of the family. You know, and it's just something that, you know, for us as black men, I think we need to have more conversations about it. I think all our children deserve to have therapy. I think that everybody should have therapy growing up, you know, and have a safe space to be able to talk about, or as an adult, and have a safe space to talk about childhood trauma, drama, depression, pain, suicide. All these things are real. You know what I mean? And we have to be able to support each other as black men. We carrying a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Just
and the youngins are carrying a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why they moving the way they moving. You know what I mean? So so these things are important to me, you know, and the things that I'm doing, you know, I have my Love Life Foundation, which I established back in 2011. Since then we've done a plethora of work in the community as it relates to feeding the homeless or those is displaced. A lot of the programs, access that we had, partnerships that we lost during COVID, due to inflation and just people shutting down, different things like that. But doing like food banks in Ward 8 and 7, Queen for a Day spa takeovers for women who transition out of severe domestic violence situations. Textbook scholarship fund, creating books and supplies and scholarship monies for kids going away to college from the area. It's a couple of the students have reached out, that are like now in the workspace and blue collar, and it's like, yo,
that's the biggest reward for you.
Yeah. I was like, yo, did it resonate? And they was like, yo, it did.
Yeah.
I had one student in particular reach out to me recently and was like, yo, if you ever need anything, let me know. And when I really get on, I'm gonna link back. We gonna do some things. So that it's good to let me know that,
they gotta feel good though.
Yeah. It's
beauty. That's part of an investment as well.
Yeah, it's definitely investment in the youth.
Yeah.
And with kids being so impressionable at that age, the teen years.
Yeah.
Like we never, as adults, I think we take for granted sometimes what we say or what we do or how we act around them is going to be an impression on them for a lifetime. You know what I mean? Like I never forget what Mr. Ford said in my 5th grade to me, 1/5 period, but it stuck with me for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? So you're doing God's work, bro.
Yeah, I think we all had those people. I think for me, it was like, I know who they are. Mr. Kenty, teacher. Miss Covington, Black History teacher. Mr. Smith. Like, them 3 people right there. If I wouldn't have had them in my life as teachers and principals and what have you, and just human beings that cared outside of what was happening, in that 8-hour schedule.
Yeah.
Man, who knows where I'd be, or if I would have finished school, So yeah, we have, and then we become those people for other people,
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if you know, man. Fun fact, real quick. We talking about your mom. She went to Eastern.
Yeah,
of course.
With your mom, right?
Yeah, with my mom.
Yeah,
so they both turned 80 this year.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you ain't know that.
We gotta get them together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Definitely
out something to get them together, man.
Definitely,
we gotta
definitely.
do
So they
we gotta do a mom date. You know
a
what I'm
mom
saying?
date. That's dope. That's
yeah,
dope
for sure.
That's dope. So they my mom tell me they was pretty close in high school.
Yeah.
And then Wes Felton, your old partner in Crossroads.
Yeah.
His mom and my mom worked together at UDC.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
And they actually, so me and Wes went to Second New St. Paul, which is preschool, and then we went to Fort Lincoln together.
That's crazy.
Because his mom suggested that that school to my mom. So, the roots run deep here, man.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, but definitely, man, I appreciate you coming through, bro.
Oh man, it's all love. I gotta come back again, man.
Yeah.
I get my bucket hat and my beard together, come join y'all in the desert.
Absolutely.
Let's get it too.
Oh, you saw that?
Oh hell yeah, I be on it, man. I keep my ear to the street, man.
We gotta get him a character.
Hey, before you go though, Rock, we gotta talk about your new single, man. That's top 10.
Yeah, top 10, man. We probably gonna be going to recurring soon. It's to have a record on the charts this long and top 10 this long. Is great. This one is special for me because I did it myself. You know what I'm saying? I did it my way and able to get it done. So Let's Fall in Love. It's crazy. A lot of people don't know that it's a remake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When I read the story on it, I was like, oh, somebody else did this joint.
Yeah, it's an Ozzy Brother remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you listen to it after you find out it's Ozzy Brothers, you hear it.
Yeah, then you go listen to the original and whatnot. Shout out to the Ozzy Brothers, man. I've always dibbled and dabbled in their catalog, sampling, from sampling Until to Don't Come Easy, which was a big record for me. Which is also an Ozzy Brothers sample. So
okay,
I said, man, it's not the first remake that I've done. And I'm just enjoying, man. It's kind of like the mixtape, but working smarter, not harder. You know what I mean?
I hear so much influence in the early days and now sometimes too with Marvin Gaye.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Marvin, Teddy Pendergrass. A lot of Teddy these days. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like I watched the Teddy Pendergrass documentary during COVID. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of changed my life. That's why I was that was part of the reinvention of okay, I'm about to rock the 3-piece suits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just really clean it up. And
you been killing the image lately.
When I was younger, I didn't really the first probably 15 years of my career, I didn't care about what I looked like. I didn't think about there were certain things that I didn't think about or be able to see, like understand that, you know, that connect as an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was kind of late bloomer in that state.
Even with your songwriting, like you talked about off camera, we were talking about the songs. Man, now my brain ain't working. The two songs that one that Neo wrote.
So that's the other thing, just working, just humbling myself and being able to work with other artists.
Yeah. What's the song that Neo wrote?
Ridiculous and I don't care. Yeah. Which I'll be honest, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I fought tooth and nail, like, man, I don't know. Shout
out to my man GOO, man.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, you one thing though, never record it though.
Record it and see what
Like,
happens.
record it. Like, record it and see what happened. Now, Ridiculous, I heard. I've never asked Neo, but I feel like Neo wrote that record for Michael Jackson. Like when I hear that, when I hear Ridiculous, I heard like Mike, so I tried to approach it from like, what will Mike do?
All right. Well, you got two artists over here that love to work with you too.
Yes, sir.
I'm speaking for you.
Absolutely.
All right, here, go ahead.
I never know that.
Let's get it. Yeah. I probably got some amazing songs in me for y'all.
I can hear Mike on that.
Yeah.
I can hear Mike on that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's tough.
So call me a fool, call me insane.
Loving you the way I do, it's ridiculous.
That boy can sing.
I don't mind, no, I don't mind. I'm over the games, baby. If loving you the way I do is ridiculous, call me ridiculous.
Yeah. I wonder if Mike would have did that joint with have sounded.
Man, I just hear it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to AI that joint.
No. That's crazy. Yeah. Hey, when you come back, we gotta get into that conversation. Like, the state of music and where it's going. Matter of fact, real quick, what you think? Because I know you were talking about.
We got number 5, 10, 15.
All right,
man.
bet.
Yeah, you know, it's all good.
You talking about Jive and the roster they had when you got signed.
Yeah.
Like now it seemed like, man, everybody sound the same. Like even the R&B artists.
Nah, for sure. And I think that's why I'm winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't mean that arrogantly, but like, you know,
talk your shit.
I come from an era like, you know, this is my last year being 40, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so I seen a lot of different eras, and like I've always been a student of the culture though. Mm-hmm. So to have a friend and an OG like Dougie Fresh on speed dial.
Right.
Or like, you know, Big Daddy Kane, MC Light. Mm-hmm. Like these my friends now.
Right.
Like, you know, my peers, my OGs, you know, mentors and stuff like that. So there was an era, and I've said this, first time I say it publicly, I think, you know, like as dope as the Bad Boy era was, mm-hmm. and what Puff created for that musically, it became an era where it made it cool to bite other people's stuff. Like there was this era where it was like where you can like steal somebody's material or like sound like somebody. Like there was a time where like that was a real beef.
Yeah.
If you took somebody's style, mm-hmm. their cadence, mm-hmm. you know, in the hip hop or any genre of music, like you know what I'm saying. But we talk like black music.
That started in the doo-wop era.
Yeah, like you know,
like me.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like, so at some point it became a thing where and I love sampling, and I sample, you know what I mean, mm-hmm. and that whole thing. But you know, you gotta find your voice in this. I love the comparisons, or when people say, yeah, you are our generation's Marvin, right?
Yeah.
But I know that when they're saying it, it's the feeling. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or it's the thought that goes into the lyric, right? But it's not the intention of where I'm intentionally trying to sound like them. You know what I mean? I know that they still hear Raheem in there, like they hear, you know what I mean? Right. And you know, I feel like you find your voice and your artistry. That's why staying in the studio and recording is so important, because that's where you really find it. You know, you're gonna find yourself and you're gonna find your rhythm. It's just like y'all can effortlessly get on that stage and turn it into a party. Yeah. 0 to 60.
Yeah, I done seen it.
You know what I mean? Like it's you know what I mean? So so for me, like, so that to be able to allow this is my freedom. It's just like, you know, it's like therapy to be able to go in the studio and just like, it's exciting to go in there for me, and I know what's gonna come out.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna come out tonight though, because I wrote the hook on the plane already.
Oh yeah.
I know it's coming out tonight. Yeah, it's gonna be one of them things tonight.
Yeah. Okay. So booty clappers. We all know what that means. Yeah, hey, you the love king, man. Sometimes it ain't a whole lot of love, and there's a whole lot of
man.
I ain't gonna say that.
Go ahead, man.
I ain't gonna say it.
All right.
You right. But definitely, man. Listen, man. We want to thank you for coming through.
Thank y'all so much for having
right
me.
here on the couch at SiriusVybe Primetime, man. I
Sir.
know Derek appreciates. We both look up to you, man.
Thank you, man.
I know you. You the big homie to me, even though you only a year or two older than me.
Hey man, y'all the big homie to me too. Cause on a serious note, like jumping in something you ain't done, it's exciting, but it also could be kind of scary, right? Yeah. But especially I ain't never been scared, like, and the biggest thing is like, I don't fail. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like failure or no, it just builds character for like the end result of like the yes of what you need to do and to get to the finish line. You know what I mean? So it's just figuring it out, man.
No, it's never the end.
Yeah, no, it's never the end. Yeah, bar. That's a bar right there.
No, it's never the end. But you can put that in the song, bro.
Yeah, man, got to do it. Yeah. No, it's never the end.
There it is.
There you go.
I'll be back.
The record. Hey, the record is here.
The record is here.
Yeah, the record is here.
Yeah.
But man, listen, man, it's your boy Frank Sirius, aka Scooby, along with my partner, man, Derek DC Vibe Holmes. Together we are SiriusVybe Primetime. I want to thank our special guest, man, the homie, the DC homie, man, by way of New Jersey, by way of Baltimore, by way of everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah, for sure.
My man Raheem DeVaughn, man, thank you for coming through, bro.
Love.
Sirius.